Hey Mr. Butzo, this is Thomas Jankowski from your 2E class, and today I'm going to be showing you how to derive the law of cosines from a triangle. So you can see my triangle, there's some missing values. I'd rather use the law of sines, but as you can see there are some values that prevent me from using the law of sines, so I have to use the law of cosines. So the way we find out where the law of cosines is from. So you have to turn your triangle into a right triangle first. So what we do is we draw this line and we call it h because it's like height. And then for cosine, you know that it's adjacent over hypotenuse. So in this new nicely drawn right triangle that we have, we can find out what this is. So this way we can find out what the L value is, because that's what we're trying to find right now. And so since this is our given angle of 42, we can say cosine of 42 equals the adjacent, which is L, and the hypotenuse, which is 24. And since we want the variable to be by itself, we'll just times both sides by 24, and again L equals 24 cosine 42. Now what we want to find out is how to find h, and for this we'll be using Pythagorean theorem. And so what we'll do is we'll choose all three sides. So we have L, H, and 24. So L squared plus H squared equals 24 squared. And again, we want our variable to be, in solitude. So what we do is we move it over by subtracting L squared from both sides. And that's how we find out what H is. But now we want to find out what our other one is. So again, we use Pythagorean theorem for this side, and we'll get 21 minus L, because you can see, since we don't know either of these values, but we know it's out of 21 and this is L, then we know that this is 21 minus L. So that's how we get that. So 21 minus L squared plus H squared equals B squared. And then we do the FOIL method, so we multiply the outer and the inner, the outer and the outer, the inner, and inner, outer. And then we end up getting 21 squared minus 21L minus 21L plus L squared plus H squared equals B squared. And then we're going to, simplify it, and we're going to get 21 squared minus 221L plus L squared plus H squared equals B squared. Now, the way we can turn this into a formula, because all these variables, they're all different. We can't find out what they are. So what we're going to do is we're going to find out what h is. And all we have to do is, well, we already found out what h is. So we could take h and we could plug in 24 minus L squared. And so as you can see over here, that allows me to replace the h squared, which is normally here, into this. And this, the minus L squared and the plus L squared, cross out because they cancel each other. And now that as you could also see that we've also found the value for L. So that means for this value of L, because this L is already gone, we can also put in the value for this, which is 24 times cosine of 42. So when we reach over here, it's 21 squared minus 21 times 24 times cosine of 42 plus 24 equals B squared. And now, this looks a lot like what we've already learned, like with the value of cosines, and all we have to do is reorder it. So we get B squared equals 21 squared plus 24 squared minus 21 times 24 times the cosine of 42. And from there we just simplify. So we end up simplifying these two, get 1017, multiply all those together, 1008, and then we do the cosine of 42, which is 0.743. And again, we simplify them, multiplying them together, subtracting, and then we find the root of 268.056, and that's how we get B equals 16.372. But that's how we find it, because we needed to find the right triangle. We needed to make two right triangles, so that way we could find out how to find each of these values and how they fit into this triangle. And by doing all those steps, we find these three formulas. A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC times cosine of A. B squared equals A squared plus C squared minus 2AC times the cosine of B. And C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2BC times the cosine of C. And yes, that's how you find the law of cosines. Bye.